Hello everyone, Mr. Janky here, and welcome to Primary Scratch Junior Challenge number 8. And today we are going to take the content of the last two challenge videos, and those focused on broadcasting and parallel events, and we're going to bring them all together to create a more complex piece of code today. So, first of all, we've got Scratchy the cat on our stage, and just to start with Scratchy, basically we're going to create something here where he is going to invite some friends somewhere, and then we want to see the friend's response. And as I said, we're going to use broadcasting, and we're also going to use some parallel events for this. So the first thing I want to do is I would like to write the code for Scratchy the cat. So Scratchy, I would like him to start when I press the green flag. And I would like him to actually ask his friends a question. So for that, I'm going to go to the purple puzzle pieces, bring down the high piece, click on it, and erase high. I'm going to get him to invite his friends somewhere. So would you guys like to go to Canada's Wonderland? Scratchy is thinking about summer. And we want a period at the end because it is a question. We would like the question mark. So now I'm going to hit go. And I just want to run my code to make sure it looks right. So I'm going to press my green flag. Would you guys like to go to Canada's Wonderland? Now it looks a little funny right now because Scratchy is on the stage, excuse me, and no one's there with him. So he's asking a question to nobody. That's okay. We're going to change that. So the first thing I want to do is I would like to add two friends. So I'm going to add some sprites. So I click on the add button. I'm going to choose the wizard. So there's the wizard. Put him down in the corner here. And we're going to add a second sprite. And I think we're going to add, how about the girl? That says a child. And there we go. Okay. So these are the friends that Scratchy is going to invite to Canada's Wonderland. So far we've got Scratchy with the code asking them if they would like to go. So what I want to do is I want him to, though, be able to tell them when he's done asking. Okay? So remember, when we used broadcasting before, that's a way of the sprites being able to communicate to each other. So if I come here and I click on the command blocks, the two blocks at the end, the envelopes, that is broadcasting. So I'm going to bring down the envelope that's closed. It looks like somebody is sending mail, and really that's what Scratchy's doing. When I click the green flag, Scratchy's going to say, would you guys like to go to Canada's Wonderland? And then he's going to send that secret message, because that's really what broadcasting is. He's now going to tell the child, and he's going to tell the wizard, I'm done talking, it's your turn. We don't see this. It's invisible on the stage, but remember, that's how it works in code. And if you don't remember, go back and review challenge number 6. So now that Scratchy is done, he's asked his question, he's now telling the child and the wizard, I'm done talking, now it's your turn. I'm going to go to the wizard first. Well, how does the wizard know it's time to start? I'm going to bring down the command block for broadcasting, and it's got an open envelope. That means he's received the message that Scratchy has sent. They're both orange. Orange envelope for Scratchy, orange envelope for the wizard. The color matters. It has to be the same color. If I made this color red, it would not work. So once the wizard is sent that message, the wizard is going to say, yes, I would. And he's excited, so we're going to put in some exclamation marks at the end. Okay? So now if I run the code, and let's just test it before we go too far. My code says when I press the green flag, Scratchy's going to ask the question. He's then going to send out the broadcast saying, I'm done talking. The wizard's going to get that broadcast, and the wizard should say, yes. So let's see if this works. Perfect. That worked out great. So at the same time, I want the wizard to do something else because it's great that he's saying yes, but if I want a parallel event, I want two things to happen at the same time. Exactly. And in this case, with the same sprite, I need to add something else. So I'm going to go back to my command blocks. I'm going to bring down another starter, another command block that are exactly the same. I want those two orange envelopes because one envelope is telling the wizard right away to say yes, and then I want the wizard to do something else. So the wizard, let's record. So he's actually going to say something. I think I'm going to record the wizard saying, I love roller coasters. So I'm going to click on my microphone. And now I'm going to record myself. I love roller coasters. I want to listen to it to see if I like it. I love roller coasters. It sounds just like a wizard. I'm going to hit the check mark to say, yes, I'd like that. And I bring it down. Perfect. But what I think I'm going to do, I just thought about this. I don't know if I want the wizard saying yes in writing and I love roller coasters at the same time. So I'm going to put a little weight in there. So I'm going to bring this down and I'm going to get the wizard to wait. And I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm going to put 6 for now. So he's going to say, yes, yes, I want to go, right? Yes, I would. And then he's going to say, I love roller coasters. I don't know if the timing's right. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to run it once just to take a look because I'm focused on the timing for the wizard. I love roller coasters. Not bad. In fact, I might just make it a little bit longer. Okay, notice how he did both of those things. Let's go to our child now. She needs to start with the same command block because Scratchy's telling her I'm done talking. What is she going to do? Well, first of all, I want her to show how excited she is. She's going to jump. And remember, this is not how many times she jumps, it's how high. So we're going to make it, let's make it 5. I want her to jump a little bit. But I want her to keep jumping continuously. I don't want her to stop. She's so excited, she's jumping up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I'm going to put on it a continue, a repeat forever. So that's fantastic. I might need to bring her down a little bit. Let's test it and see how it worked. So 5, look where it's jumping. She's a little too high, so I'm going to stop it because her head is coming out of the screen. So let's bring her down a little bit. Let's try again. I'm pressing on the 5. Stop. Bring her down a little bit more. Better. In fact, she could probably go back up a little bit, but that's okay. Okay. But I want her to say something as well. So I'm creating a parallel event for her. So here's the neat part. I've created a parallel event for the wizard where he's doing 2 things at the same time. I'm creating a parallel event for the child where she's doing 2 things at a time. And it's also another parallel event because the wizard and the child are doing things at the same time, which is really exciting. So I'm going to get her to say, thank you, Scratchy. I'm in. So she's saying, thank you, Scratchy, for inviting me, essentially. I'm in. I want to go. So now let's look at our code completely and then let's run it. So Scratchy is going to say, would you guys like to go to Canada's Wonderland? He's then going to send a message, the broadcast. The wizard's going to get the broadcast and say, yes, I would, and then say, ooh, I love roller coasters. The child is going to jump up and down continuously and say, what we just wrote, thank you, Scratchy, I'm in. Okay, so let's see how this runs now. We're going to run it right from the start. May not be perfect. We may have to make some changes, but let's see how it looks. I love roller coasters. Fantastic. So there's a couple things I feel like I need to fix there. When Scratchy was talking, his speech bubble covered up the girl, so I might move her over just a little bit. But really, it does work. Now, I might add a background. I can add a whole bunch of other things to this. But now you've put together the skills of broadcasting and parallel events. So this is pretty impressive. You've taken what you've learned, you've put it together to make your coding more complex. So that's all we have for today. Really excited to see what you're able to create by bringing broadcasting and parallel events together. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a great day.